What's up YouTube, this is your boy G back in another video. Today we're gonna upgrade some of our Wi-Fi stuff here at my office, my home. So as you can see, I do have a Deco AX1500 here. This is essentially a Wi-Fi 6 model number Deco X10. Now I also have a Deco X50. It's really fast, right? Like Wi-Fi 6 is no joke, and I don't even know why I kind of like slept on it, right? You know, I'm not really using. I just discovered that my internet, my gadgets at home are not really Wi-Fi 6, at least my router, my Deco. So I started to upgrade them. So I purchased this one. This is the TP-Link AX1800 dual antennas, high gain wireless USB router, Wi-Fi 6 as well to enhance the speed. So we're gonna check that out in a moment. If you're not subscribed yet to the channel, consider subscribing. I unbox a lot of things and gadgets that I purchased. So it might help you in your purchase decision, you know, just in case you're kind of like wondering how stuff works, or you know, how it performs. At least you can see it here. So first on our list that we're gonna open is this TP-Link AX1800. This is Archer TX20U Plus. Dual antennas already, as you can see, for better coverage. Ultra fast Wi-Fi 6 speed, 1201 Mbps and 574 Mbps. Now basically how it works is the 1200 Mbps is for its 5G, and the 574 Mbps is for its 2.4G. Right now, I used to think that, you know, 2.4 can only get in that certain speed. I think it's around 240 or 300 Mbps on lower non-Wi-Fi 6 routers or extenders, mesh, but it can actually go higher, right? And again, I use like Deco E4s, M4s, or other, you know, non-Wi-Fi 6, and the 5G can only get up to like 600 or 800 Mbps. So if you notice there, that is even faster, right? Low latency gaming, auto driver installation, refined security, and broader coverage, advanced high gain antenna. Again, two antennas. So this is what I'm talking about. If you notice here on the Wi-Fi 6, the 5 gigahertz can actually reach 1200 Mbps, right? But on the Wi-Fi 5, it can only be like capped at 867. So if you think that your internet is just that fast, but you know, for example, your subscriber 1000, right, or 1 gig, and this will degrade. The problem about this, you know, as you go farther, or a lot of interference, whatever distance, this will go lower. So you know, you don't really have that buffer, right? But on 1200, if it will go lower, you still have a faster connection, right? Probably 1800 is pretty good. USB 3 flexible design, and again, ultra low latency. Let me go ahead and open this up right now. I wanted to take a look. So it's open like this, and okay, it's pretty small. I thought it's big, but it's actually just small. Super handy. Let me just rip that off. It's super small, and the antennas are even bigger than the body itself. And this is your USB 3.0 cable, which is very handy. Connection is different, right? For 3, so that you can maximize the bandwidth of that. That looks like you're using like a hard drive, if you remember. If you do have like an external HDD, the connection will look like this, right? You plug it in, bam, and then you plug it on your laptop, on your PC or whatnot. Let me go ahead and open this one because it looks interesting. It looks like they changed the looks of it. 574 Mbps on 2.4. That's, I think, faster than a normal one. And 2402 Mbps on 5 gigahertz. Mesh protocol 802.11 kVR. Smart Connect IPv6 compatible. Wow, that's awesome. Guest network, optional Ethernet backhaul, 3 gigabit port, and product dimension. So that's interesting that it now has 3 gigabit port, because interestingly the previous one has only 2. So you can definitely use it like a router, right? At least even on its own. All right, on the other side is just showing that it's also now compatible with Alexa, Google Home, and Home Shield. So let me go ahead and open it up right now. Now, of course, I'm going to show you how to set this up as well, at least how to add this specific X50, because I already have the Deco system that I have. I'm going to link it here, somewhere here, I think, are down in the description as well if you're interested to know how to set up DECO E4s, M4s, especially on the beginning, right, from your very first DECO. I created like a really good walkthrough. I think that will help you up in your first time setting up a DECO. So again, I'm going to put it here or down below, so in the description, so you can check it out. Super small, right? It looks different now. Oh, it's awesome. I like that they redesigned it because it looks much better now. Quick installation guide, and then Ethernet cable, fairly long, not that long. That is a thin Ethernet cable, a slim, like a flat Ethernet cable. You do have its power adapter that is pretty huge, right? Get it real quickly. Wow, okay, the power adapter seems to be big, and it's not black, right? I remember the cables, the power adapter that I have for my DECO are black now. Finally, they also made it white to go with the white color of the DECO. I'm going to show you, compare right side by side these DECOs as well. Let me just unwrap that. That's pretty nice. Oh, I like what they did to it. Right, so from the back, again, this is AX3000 whole home mesh Wi-Fi 6, right? DECO X50. So this X50 pretty expensive compared to the E4, M4s, and other stuff, because this is AX3000 already, which is super high compared to their older one, which is just AC 1200. So kind of like their model in there. But just a quick comparison again. It looks really good now. As you can see, it looks like a decor, right? Like a house decor, especially this top, because on the previous one, again, this is the M4. The top is, you know, looking fancy, but it's obvious that it's kind of like a heat vent or something for like a gadget or electronic gadget. So it will look like that. And then the E4 is just exactly the same. It's just a different color, as a matter of fact. So as you can see, E4, M4 looks identical, right? But then comes the X50, looks substantially different, and I think I love the design of this. Looking in the front, it looks awesome as well. Again, E4 and M4 are super identical, and then this one is just different, right? The bottom one is white, the other ones are also black, middle part, and then it's fat as well, right? So as you notice, super fat compared to the M4. So the electronics has been like laid out differently on that one. Now also, because it looks so good right now, especially this one, they could have like put like a flat cover or something, but they put some accent on that one, and it looks nice, right? It looks like a house decor. Right from the back, this is the connection, TP-Link, and it has now 3 gigabit port compared to the M4, which only has 2. The interesting part, if you don't know as well, the M4 has gigabit port, but the the E4s, for whatever reason, right, cascading or whatever, this is actually just megabit. So this is only up to 100 Mbps connection. So even if you have like a faster converged connection or something, but you're using your E4s wired, right, going through your router to your ISP, you will only get 100 Mbps. That's the reason why I do have E4s, but they're just for Wi-Fi, because for Wi-Fi they can go, you know, faster route than Mbps, of course, obviously. And then they're just connected. These E4s are connected to my M4 wirelessly, and this is the one that is plugged into my converged ISP, right, with my 800 Mbps connection. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make this as my main source of DECO. Like that's going to be my primary DECO ISP, and then the other one to my Xbox, and then the other one to the PS5 is going to be perfect. And then it's going to be connected wirelessly to this stuff, to the DECO, and to the E4s, right, via 5G and 2.4 gig. And now I'm interested in the DECO 10, right, X10. So let me go ahead and open it up right now. Okay, it looks good, and it's also a bit hefty, right? I can feel some weight on that. But let me open it. It says ideal for 1 to 2 bedroom. I'm actually planning to put this on my bedroom. Ooh, I like the box, very, very refined. So I'm gonna put this on my bedroom, and then it glows green here, which looks even nicer. From the box itself, you just get the very, very thick cable and an Ethernet cable, or thick booklet, and then an Ethernet cable. I'm not gonna use the Ethernet cable for now. So this time, power is not that big, but it's also white, which is appreciated, so that it will go with the decor. All right, it's now connected in the back, not underneath, because the E4s, M4s are underneath. So good. Now this one, the X10, only has 2 Ethernet connection. The X50 has 3. So I managed to connect it to my Xbox Series X, PS5, and then the uplink, right? The internet. But this one's just gonna be in the bedroom. I'm not even gonna use those Ethernet cable. So it's just gonna be fully Wi-Fi only. All right. So quick look, right? Just in case you haven't really seen this yet, this is the Deco X10. Again, underneath, that's the model number. Deco X10 AX1500. This is also a Wi-Fi 6, so it's gonna maximize the speed of this one. So there's a reset button there, I can see. Deco in front, and super, super slick design. I love it. Again, on the top, they put something here, which is really cool. This is like an air vent, but it's very, very trendy. And by putting this, it looks like a decor. All right, so let's now launch the Deco app and try to add this new deco. So as you can see, I do have a current deco. So there's a plus sign in the upper right corner. Just tap that and add a deco unit. That's just gonna give you some recommendations, some tips, right? Find a suitable spot. Make sure you put it in an open space, and then do not place it in a large appliance or anything. And then if the light in front of the deco, on the bottom front of the deco, is solid yellow, it's starting up. If it's pulsing blue, it's just ready to set up. So right now it's pulsing blue in front of me. So let me go ahead and look for it. All right, it's now going to detect it. It's just right in front of me, so it found it right away. So Deco X50, right? Add this device, and we're gonna select Office, applying settings, and Deco has been added. Now, as soon as you're done adding the Deco up, like what I showed you, if you force close this Deco app and then reopen it, it's gonna detect that you do have a higher version of Deco. So as you can see here, it says Reselect Main Deco. A higher end Deco was added. Using a low end Deco model as the main Deco will affect your network. So it's definitely detecting that the X50 is higher than M4, which is super awesome, right? So right now, it's currently set on the M4, and it's suggesting to move it to the X50. Amazing. Now, of course, without this as well, you can go to the home page, click the internet icon there, and then overview, and then it has an option that says set main deco. Just tap that and select whatever deco you would like to use. Now, of course, at that point, it's just detecting it via Wi-Fi. So once you save this, like this one, you will have to connect it physically, right? So it says switching main deco will restart your network. So it's just gonna restart the network. And then once I'm done restarting it, you will have to make sure that your X50 is plugged in via Ethernet cable, right? So again, initially, you can set it up without Ethernet cable. You know, it will connect it wirelessly throughout your Deco network. The good thing about it is it will not require you to reconfigure your entire Deco, right? Again, if you already have an existing network, an existing Deco network, you will just add it first as a node or as a, like a Deco unit, not the main one. And then once you set it up, Wi-Fi, you can select it as the main Deco, like what we're doing right now. And then afterwards, you'll have to plug it in, the X50, via Ethernet cable to your ISP router. So it will like ingest all of those bandwidth and internet from your, ISP, and then it's gonna propagate it wirelessly all throughout your other decos, hence mesh network. So let's just wait for the network to reboot, and we'll run some speed tests here real quick. It's on the middle, being the main one, and it's just propagating network to the kitchen, main bedroom, office, the old one, and then the living room E4 that I currently unplugged. Let me go ahead and run a speed test and check how it's performing right now. Currently, this is my setup. But what we're gonna do right now is add this X10, right? So in order to do that, just go to the to the bottom there, the home page of the Deco. Click that plus sign in the upper right corner and add a Deco unit. Make sure that you're just next to your device. Now, in front of me right now, the Deco is blinking blue, indicating that it's already ready. Let me show you real quick. So that is the Deco, if you can see that, but it's blinking blue right now. That means kind of like ready to go, right? So let's go back to that Deco that we have, and then yeah, just a suitable spot. It's just a tip, actually, just giving you some tips on that one. Just click on next, and then as you can see there, it says plug in your Deco and wait until Deco LED pulses blue. So it's pulsing blue, all right, as we notice. So it's now ready. Just get on next. Bam, found it. Very, very fast, right? It says Deco X10, and I'll put it on our main bedroom. So let me put it as main bedroom here. Apply settings. You can of course change the name in any name, or at any time you want. It's up to you. But as you can see, that's it. That's pretty much it. Super fast, as a matter of fact. So it's showing the living room E4, the kitchen showing there. That's the M4. Another E4 in the main bedroom. Another one for bedroom there. And then of course the office is the X50. Now again, the X50 and X10 is the same. It's connected by a Wi-Fi 6. So it should be faster, especially if I'm just next to it. So yeah, it's reaching 700 Mbps right now, given that we're also using it downstairs and watching Netflix and things like that. My connection is just 800 Mbps. So it's maximizing that. Unlike if I'm just using a normal Wi-Fi connection or not Wi-Fi 6, it's probably going to give me like 200, 300 only. So that is really, really cool. All right, just quick advice on this one. As soon as you plug it in, it's actually not going to turn on. So you might think it's dead. It's not really like entirely plug and play. You will actually have to go to the, your PC, your My Computer, and then you will see like a TP-Link, drive there. So it serves as kind of like a USB drive first, and then you'll have to install its driver. So this is my old ProLink, right? That's not the TP-Link. That's just a ProLink. I think that's just a Wi-Fi 5. As you can see here, it says Wi-Fi 5 802, but the speed is pretty slow. It's actually connecting by a 2.4 gigahertz only at 200 Mbps, right? So it's pretty close, but it's connecting via 2.4, not 5G. But let me go ahead and run some speed tests here and see how it goes. Ping is 5. The speed is super slow. Let me see what's happening here. It's almost creeping. I think it doesn't really like the 2.4 speed, or that antenna is pretty bad. But the download speed seems to be 22.99, and upstream seems to be stuck at 70. What's happening here? 70 upload. All right. But let me go ahead and unplug this now. Okay, will be disconnected to the internet. So as you can see, it's no longer connected, and we're going to connect this new TP-Link one. So let me see if I can do it here. A lot of dust already, but bam, okay. It's now connected, and as you can see, there's like a blue light there. Dual antennas, so I don't know if that will improve things. But let's go ahead and connect this. Looks like it automatically connected. So let me just verify if it's also connected to the Deco New, which is the one that we're using earlier. Okay, it's connected to Deco New, and for the change, the Wi-Fi is now appearing as Wi-Fi 6, connected by a 5 gig and 1200 Mbps. So let's go back to that speed test, if I can find it, and run out of test. 3 ping is pretty good. And as you can see, speed is now getting up to 700 earlier there. 600 Mbps. Way faster and reliable than these little things. So We tested on the same Wi-Fi, right? Deco knew, but this one is almost like a joke. So you might have some problems in connecting Wi-Fi, but this one is a real deal. It's really producing super fast connection at 643 download, and upload is around 300. That's at least my current speed for that one. So let me run it again for the last time, just for consistency. Ping is super great, and download is again 500 a bit. My kid is watching Netflix downstairs, so it's also being used, but it's still really, really fast. I love that about the Wi-Fi 6. 600 Mbps versus, again, the Wi-Fi 5 earlier. Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty good. That's all for today, guys. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions, any comments, suggestions. I always check my comments below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet in this channel, and box reviews, things like this. You know, it might help you in your purchase decision. But that's all for today. That's the TP-Link Wi-Fi 6 Wi-Fi adapter, you know, a USB for your PC. That's all for today. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay safe, and see you on my next one. Peace.